On this episode of TLG Reacts, we are reacting to State of Play for April 29th, 2021, which I think has something to do with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Other than that, I don't know what else they're going to show, so we're going to check that out. But a couple quick reminders to download and play Battlefield 5, Strand Deep, and Wreckfest. New months, new games. Make sure to download those, play those, come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. Less than we thought of those games. We'll let you know what we thought of them. And our Game of the Month technically still is Neo 2. Make sure to go check out Game of the Month and find out what our new Game of the Month is for May. We are on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. And we have a Patreon if you'd like to support this channel further than liking, commenting, sharing this video, and subscribing if you're brand new. And Plus Club came out, so check that out as well if you're curious about that. We talked about stuff and it was a good time. So yeah, let's react to PlayStation stuff. What's going on, guys, and welcome to this episode of TLG Reacts. We're going to be watching the State of Play that happened today. My name's Seth, and joining me, of course, is my brother Chevy to my left, your guys' right, and up in the bubble is Chris. How you guys doing?
Good. Looking forward to watching this. It has a game of interest for me. So
yeah, I actually did a TLG Reacts recently that I watched this, and we know that the Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart. What's it called? Is that what it's called? Is in this. I know it's in it, but I haven't seen it yet. But I already covered it recently, so it's interesting that they're showing off more. But I'm excited to have you guys here to talk about it because I was just in my room alone talking to myself. So it's always better when there's people to socialize with. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited to see what's in this. I have no idea. I'm totally blind going in here.
Yeah, in fact, right before filming this, we're supposed to be filming Game of the Month. Make sure to go watch that and find out what the new Game of the Month is. I was just like, hey, let's do the fucking State of Play, and so it's kind of impromptu. So we're doing this last minute, but hopefully it's good enough. Hopefully this doesn't suck. Hopefully this isn't a waste of my goddamn time. So yeah, you guys, have either of you watched this yet?
Mm-mm.
Cool,
nope. Genuine
surprises all around. Do you guys have anything to say about it before we hop into anything you're hoping to see?
Just a game that I'm going to buy.
I want to see the game I'm buying. I feel that on so many levels all the time. Like, that's a game I'm going to buy right there. That's my reaction videos half the time. Like, that's a game I'm buying. And people are like, oh, that's a good reaction. I'm like, yep, they already got my money.
Throw a wallet at screen.
Pretty much. Yeah. I just do a TLG Reacts where right when it starts, I go, what? Just throw my wallet at my fucking camera. I'd be so pissed if I did that. With all that said, anything you're hoping to see, Chris?
No. I'm just excited to see what's coming out.
He's got no hopes.
Me too. I got no hopes. All right, let's do this. So you got the video ready?
Yep.
All right, let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Slow start. It's like, is it gonna happen?
Welcome to an all-new State of Play. We've got more than 15 minutes of new Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart PS5 gameplay
15
coming
minutes?
right up.
That's the whole video.
First, let's check in on the other exciting
Yes,
games
pretty stoked
coming
for
to
this game.
PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 consoles this year.
Made it to 4546B. Landing was a bit rough, but I don't think they
Is this,
spotted me.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Wait,
Audio producer.
Subnautica.
Yeah, I will say that on the
Set 1 year
surface.
after the award-winning
But yeah.
original, Subnautica Below Zero plunges players into a frigid underwater adventure in search of answers.
Damn.
Here, the native wildlife above and
Penguin
below the
boys.
surface might consider you a tasty treat,
you wanna
assuming you
call
don't
them that.
become an ice pop first.
I will
The
never
previous
play
research crew has vanished, including your sister.
People love it.
this. No, I don't have anything negative to say about it. I just hate being
To
underwater.
uncover the
games.
truth, you'll need to
That's
get
literally
crafty,
the point.
building tools and shelter for your survival.
I
But even that may
bought
not be
it
enough.
and I refunded it. Not because it's bad, but I just was not feeling it at the time.
My land.
With the PS5 DualSense controller, every icy shot
Mostly because
is
the
like it's
underwater
being
shit.
sent
I'm just
right
not really
into
into
your
that.
hands.
Yeah.
The haptic
Yeah, that's my
feedback
biggest
system
problem.
allows you to feel each
I say, it
adrenaline-filled
looks
chase
great.
and provides
Check out the
visual and
animations and
audio
stuff, too.
cues as you use resources, encounter key game moments.
It is
or
cool
get
that
into
it's going to have
situations where it's
DualSense
probably best
functionality.
to
Yeah.
By the time you squint to see what's ahead, it may already be too late.
On my PS5.
Fortunately, when you play Below Zero on
curious about that.
PS5, players will get a crystal clear experience with up to 4K graphics, targeting 60 FPS when in performance mode.
Not 8K, bro.
And if you already own a physical or digital version of the first Subnautica on PS4, you'll be able to upgrade to the digital PS5 version at no additional cost.
It's cool.
We hope you're as excited as we are to dive into the world of Subnautica Below Zero when it launches on
I'm
PS5
glad that people
and
have the
PS4
choice
on
to
May
charge you for that
14th.
shit, and most people aren't doing it. And most of it's mostly because I would assume competition,
Yeah,
but I'm glad they just do the free upgrades.
for sure.
Oh, I lied. I saw this on Twitter. I was kind of assuming this was coming to PS4 and PS5 anyway. It's taking long. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Bye.
Damn, yeah, he's sus as fuck. He's like, who is this shit? Who's this guy? This shit? Who's this shit? That's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I want more.
We
I want
can't
more
wait to
Sony
dive
characters.
deep into Subnautica Below Zero and
Kratos,
make
that'd be
baseless accusations
fucking dope.
against our crewmates in Among Us later this year. Looks like Ratchet and the gang are ready for the spotlight. Next up, Insomniac Games will lead us on a tour
Next up,
of
the
this
rest of the
June's
video.
PS5 action adventure.
The video I did watch on this, though, was fucking impressive.
Platformers are always kind of a interesting one because every time I don't expect them to ever look better, and they always do, like a lot too.
I was like Pixar back in the day. I was like, this is about peak graphics. And every time I see a new one, I'm like, no, this keeps getting better. You can make cartoon looking stuff look better and better and better.
yeah.
I'm Marcus Smith, creative director of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a brand new full-length Ratchet & Clank adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 console.
Fuck yeah.
Today we're going to
PS5
introduce you
game.
to some of the gameplay, characters,
Exclusive.
and arsenal of Rift Apart. Whether you've played every game since Ratchet & Clank's debut, or you're brand new to the series, Rift Apart is a standalone adventure that you won't want to miss. Let's get into it.
Is that in game engine
Clank?
or in the game?
Clank?
That's what I'm saying, dude. It looks really good.
Wombax? What is this place?
This is a fucking PS5 game. Next/current gen.
Where are you, Clank? Maybe someone around here has seen him. Have any of you seen a little gray robot anywhere? Green eyes, red antenna, very charming.
Oh my god, it's really good looking.
Ratchet has been separated from his best friend and partner Clank, and is now in a new dimension in a mysterious urban sprawl called Nefarious City.
Saw somebody on Twitter, they're like, looks better than Cyberpunk. I'm like, why? Why you bring that up, man?
Beat dead horses.
Yeah, no matter what, just bring that up. It's like whenever someone's like, oh, this game's coming out on PC, people are like, Xbox better. I'm like, what? What's that have to do with anything?
Yeah, that's not a fucking response.
Oh, I see that all the time. To like the most, it's mostly trolls now, which is funny.
Yeah.
Actually makes me laugh when I see that. It's so fucking stupid.
Please let there be good news behind here.
Ratchet quickly finds out that in this dimension, Dr. Nefarious is a much more capable villain.
Welcome to the Nefarious City Bazaar. Please remember to thank our marvelous Emperor before, during, and after making your purchase.
Emperor? Does that mean there are two Nefariouses now?
Look at the metal on his weapon.
Clank first, Nefarious later. Maybe
As I was saying
she's in
earlier,
this
when he's
bazaar.
running across
Thanks
the
to the new
puddle,
hardware,
you could
the
see
worlds
everything
in Rift
through it.
Apart are more beautiful than ever. Cities are full of life with traffic and civilians milling
Yeah,
about
I like how
everywhere.
dense that is.
Rift Apart is full of the unexpected. Characters in this new dimension are not always the same as they were in Ratchet and Clank's dimension. Ratchet comes across Miss
It's a really
Zircon,
safe way for
the
them to
weapon vendor in
experiment
Rift
too,
Apart.
because it's not his dimension.
Wait a second.
You got your order? Well, come right in. Miss Zircon will sell you weapons, but you gotta be less conspicuous, or the resistance will not last.
The Resistance?
Oh, apologies, sugar. Ms. Zircon is still new to all of this espionage.
Clank has been taken by a mysterious new Lombax named Rivet.
Clank!
He looks fucking unhappy.
I need to go after that ship. How can I get off planet?
Listen, Tess. Only royal starships are allowed to leave. Anything else? No. Phantom can help. Just follow the beat to Club Nefarious and you will find him.
Club Nefarious, got it. Oh, and nice work, Secret Agent Zircon.
This is so exciting.
Club Nefarious shouldn't be hard to
Loves it.
Better look around.
Break all the things.
No, let's just
So you
break it
gotta
on. What are you
do.
doing?
He'll break those.
So that sounds like a club, all right.
Look at him getting down up there.
Those are the bouncers?
I was gonna say, what kind of bouncers are those? Just come on in.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of your way.
Once Ratchet
I
finds
like how
Phantom,
jiggly those
he learns a
robots
couple
are.
of new
What the hell?
moves.
My favorite kind of robot, jiggly ones. The environment's fucking huge compared to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Club Nefarious!
One of the focal points of gameplay in Rift Apart is increased mobility. Ratchet can now
I'm
dash
seeing
and
that.
wall run to traverse levels. This focus on mobility allows
Yeah,
players
that's a
to
lot
chain
of
moves together to create exhilarating combos.
Raritanium in your pockets to upgrade your arsenal.
That
Now
lighting
let's
is
jump into
insane,
combat.
dude.
That's really good, yeah.
Day Spa. If you can distract these troopers, I'll hack Nefarious's propaganda blimp and give this city a message it'll never forget.
Looks easy enough.
Hey, look, it's Twitch.
Yo. Looks just like it. Purple too. Well, purplish.
Dashing allows you to evade attacks or gain strategic advantages. Enemies can't hit what doesn't momentarily exist. Dimensional tears in the world allow you to use the Rift Tether, another new traversal mechanic to instantly pull
that was
yourself across
trippy.
battlefields to escape or flank enemies. Weapons in Rift Apart utilize the power of the DualSense wireless controller's adaptive triggers and haptic feedback to allow players to really feel the power of their arsenal. For example, with the burst pistol, players can pull back the trigger partway to peck out accurately placed single shots. But pulling the trigger fully unleashes a rapid-fire spread that covers more area. In either case, players will feel each shot burst from the weapon and connect
I'm gonna
with
get to
enemies.
test that when I play Returnal because apparently it also has half
With the
full
Enforcer,
features.
players can pull the trigger down
Nice.
halfway to fire a single barrel,
You can turn it
reducing
off
time
though. I
between
watched the
reloads.
thing talking about it.
Or pull the trigger fully and unleash both barrels with a devastating
I know in the case
close
of
range
like Ratchet, it'll be
Thanks to the haptics,
interesting because
the
they
player
already
will
like,
feel the power of their
I mean,
shots
like
through
half
their
Ratchet
hands.
and Clank is the crazy weapons. So
I don't really know of one other game that's really experimented with the half pull
Let's
stuff.
move
It makes
ahead a little.
more sense with the DualSense because it has like that feedback. But
right.
But I think Grand Theft Auto 5
As Ratchet attempts
had it
to
so if you
follow
barely
Rivet
press, you
and
lock
Clank,
on. And if
he
you pull it,
encounters
it's like
a
aim.
nefarious juggernaut.
I mean, if someone was gonna do it, it'd probably be Rockstar.
Yeah, those games all kind of play kind of
Where did you even come
they play
from?
fine, but they definitely experiment with some weird shit.
Yeah.
That dash is
Lots
crazy.
of mobility.
During
Yes.
this fight, more
It's crazy
dimensional
because yeah,
chaos
he's
ensues.
only be able to do that right there.
Thanks to the power of
Yeah, the
the
movement
SSD,
looks a lot better.
We can near instantly teleport players to completely
It makes me
different
think of
locations.
Warframe. Just
This
the
isn't
amount of
some
mobility
small
you
arena
have.
being loaded.
Yeah,
but the
kinda.
entire level from a different planet.
That's kind of crazy.
Let's jump over and see what's going on with Rivet
I
and
think we're
Clank.
stoked.
As you may have guessed, Rivet is a brand new playable character in the series.
Where are you taking me?
I was gonna take you to my hideout, but first I gotta rescue my friends at their gelatonium factory.
Rift Apart includes several alternate dimension versions of classic planets from past games.
Damn, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Be hungry.
Great! There's a secret.
Did we mention how stunning and alive our worlds are? Thanks to the power of the PS5 and the 3D audio, we've been able to create
Did I mention how
alien
attractive
planets
I am
with an
today?
immersive density like never before.
Pretty much.
Check it out.
Speedles, yeah. That's
It's a
where I'm
good-looking
gonna
game.
ride one.
Yeah.
Soon as I can get close enough.
Back to Ms. Zircon, the weapon.
I do like that the environments have a lot of
This
things
wasn't
going
what
on,
was in my
so
account
they feel
last
less like
time.
sterile,
Yeah.
That is because
less like
I had it,
stages, and
Alan.
more like you're actually on that planet.
Brand on Nefarious City.
Okay.
That's crazy too, because
In
we
Rift
only
Apart,
have
you get to play with an explosive new arsenal, as well as a few
Yeah.
returning classics.
Well, fucking ray tracing was a huge jump in graphical technology, so you're gonna see a bigger jump than from when like PS3 to PS4.
Here's another example of
First
how we're
started.
using the DualSense.
Although
With the
Shadowfall
Topiary
is
sprinkler,
really good
players
looking
will
compared
feel
to PS3
resistance in
games.
the trigger as they prepare a throw of this garden grenade. Once on the ground and spitting out its rapid growth plant fertilizer,
Some of the
players
topiaries.
will also feel when enemies have been topiaried and are ready to be trimmed down.
What a horrid fate.
Scary.
Reduced to a bush.
Yeah, crazy way to die.
It's like Pixies in 14.
It appears some
Oh my God,
dimensional
yeah.
distortion is emanating from that cave.
Oh my god, look at those little guys. Just
Looking
murdering
gush.
the fuck out of them.
In addition to rift tethering and dimensional shifts, there are also many pocket dimensions scattered throughout the game.
At least you're not gonna get confused where rifts are at. They're fucking
Thingy.
neon colored,
You
huge
must
things
have a rift
moving.
tether in your glove too.
Wow.
Alright, smarty bot. What is this place?
A dimensional pocket? Perhaps a symptom of the Dimensionator's destruction.
How do you come up with this stuff? Hey, it's Maynard, the Mortis helper bot. Must have wandered in through
This
the
game's gonna
rift
be perfect
somehow.
for people who have fucking like ADHD.
There is the Speedle.
I'm bored, and you're just in a new area. You're like, oh, okay.
No, don't hide! Ah,
Hitting its nest might get its attention.
well, hello there.
Oh shit!
Oh,
he's in it.
dear.
That thing's hauling ass.
Maybe Maynard can lead me to the Morts.
Oh,
Now, if we could get away from
that's
this
just
acid-
seamless. It's so
Come on,
amazing.
Maynard, let's find the Morts.
Riding Speedles is one way of traversing Sargasso's acid swamps,
Speedles.
and to do so quickly.
Excuse
I
me.
feel like it's irresponsible to be driving things from one ecosystem into a whole other planet's ecosystem.
Got it.
Yep.
See?
It's gonna be an
Sometimes
invasive
I don't
species.
Stop!
Well, never mind.
It
Yeah.
did.
I take it back.
Species is done.
Come
You hope it's extinct on that planet now.
We didn't follow that Lombax and his Robopet across dimensions
That guy's an
just to
asshole.
get stopped by some fuzzballs. So you got like 9.5 seconds to tell us where they're at. 1.
Hang on there now.
If you watched
Yeah,
our
look
previous
at
gameplay
that
demo, you may recognize the Goons
thing.
for Less.
Fuzzy thing.
This rebranded gang has been hired
little
by
Ewok
Dr.
thing.
Nefarious to attack Ratchet and Clank, and are now also trapped in Rivet's dimension. Here's another new weapon. The Shatter Bomb is a frag-type grenade that deals a lot of damage to your foes. With haptic feedback, each explosion feels
really good.
incredibly impactful.
Fire looks pretty
That's
convincing.
really good looking explosion. I didn't expect to see something like that in a game like this.
Perhaps they were sucked through the dimensional vortex as well.
Very impressive, though.
There's just particle everywhere.
Yeah, I was noticing that as she was like running across the bridge, everything was just fucking exploding.
Jesus.
Dimensions in my head is freaking hard.
That is so cool looking.
The animations are really good too.
This is
Like
just a
everything
small
moves.
taste of some of the early gameplay in Rift
When she's
Apart.
shooting the ship,
There
it was
is
like
so much
moving
more.
weird.
We have open areas to explore. Dimensional Clank
I can't get over like the softness of the lighting on
it's really
Glitch
good.
challenges.
everything. Yeah. Until it needs to be like abrasive,
Arena
like,
challenges.
torches and explosions and stuff.
Aerial combat. Gold bolts to collect. Pocket dimensions to explore. Armor to obtain, and use
shit.
the first ever Ratchet and Clank photo mode.
I have to have that now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And giving more people access to playing our games is always important to us. As such, Rift Apart will offer a slew of accessibility options. We'll
Nice.
reveal more about this soon.
Yeah, it's a trend I like to
Rift Apart's
see.
new planets, weapons, intense high-action combat, and near-instant load times, all with some of the best visuals we've ever created.
I hope so. If you have something better, where are you hiding it?
The next Spider-Man.
True.
Rifts are getting out of hand.
On behalf of all of us at Insomniac Games, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the Omniverse on June 11th.
That's our show. We explored the depths of an alien ocean.
So that
Our first
and
look at
2
Among
games?
Us on PlayStation and zipped across space and time.
Like, should
with
we
Ratchet
mention
and Clank
Among Us
Rift
is
Apart.
coming out? Maybe we should mention Subnautica as well. All right, what do we think? Anything stand out of the 3 things we saw, and what do you think of the whole presentation? Quick and to the point, it seems.
I mean, realistically, this was a Ratchet and Clank presentation.
Yeah,
But
with like I said, they just kind of sprinkled in
Some
like
commercials in the
you know,
beginning.
Among Us is coming out. We should definitely let them know.
I'm still kind of blown away by how good Ratchet and Clank looks. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because even like the reboot that came out last gen was good looking, but it still kind of like looked like Ratchet and Clank, just looked newer. This looks like a whole different game, man.
Yeah, this looks like what it should have. Like, it's just gonna sound ridiculous because it could have never looked like this before. But this looks like what it should have looked like what they probably always wanted it to look like. Especially when you're looking at when she was charging up that laser and the light was like there's like that
like rainbowish rings pulling in.
coming out of it, and like just all sorts of particle effects or whatever. Like they've always strived for like boxes blowing up and these little explosions here or there or whatever. But like they're really. It feels really realized in like it works perfect. Having the ability to have all those particle effects and the ray tracing and all that stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, like it looks silky smooth, which is great because it's a platform, anyways. But on top of that, Ratchet Clank, is a third-person shooter, so like, a lot of it is just kind of mindless killing. But on boss fights, even in the past, they can be a little mechanical heavy, and if movement is clunky, that's really not a good thing. And Ratchet's been pretty good about it, though it does have a little stiffness to it. That I didn't see any stiffness.
Yeah, the older ones when I tried to like get into them, I I skipped over them when they came out because it's not really my cup of tea. But then you had said that you'd like some of them, so I was like, I'll try them out. And they're older games, so like the stiffness of mobility and stuff like that, they always kind of played pretty smooth anyway. Like the movement's real easy, but like the jumping around always felt kind of stiff. This looks completely different. This looked like something that I could get down with all the dashing and stuff like that. They definitely have made that much more appealing for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a good starting point for a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Chris?
It looked really well visually, and it looks like it would play very smoothly. It definitely seems more faster paced than other Ratchet and Clank games that I've played before, which is not a bad thing. But I know like people like my aunt plays this game a lot, which is really weird. But it might be a little too fast paced for her. She's used to like kind of the slower, methodical, thought out playing of the game, but it might not. It might just transition well. But it looks great. It looks, like you said, it looks really smooth in animations, as well as like transitioning between dimensions and teleporting across, like even just the little pockets where you jump back and forth across the map. It's transition really smooth. It's really nice looking.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to Ratchet and Clank, I mean, like, it's cool because I'm actually excited to play it. That's something I typically don't feel. The last Ratchet and Clank game they made, I kind of felt that because I was just really impressed with what they did with it. But this one feels like they're trying a lot of new things while also really pushing what they've done with the series already. It looks authentic. It looks right at home with the other games, but does look very much upgraded. Visually, gameplay-wise, everything about it looks really cool. The big open areas, really interesting looking. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play it. Also, I'm really excited to see more next-gen, current-gen games. I'm excited to see PS5 games. Somebody recently was bitching about how the PS5 only has one exclusive, and even though the roster's not very huge, I was like, does he think that Demon Souls is the one exclusive or Destruction All-Stars? Which one's the one he thinks is the one exclusive? The way they said it so definitively too, I'm like, what are you doing? Research something before you say something. I pulled that one right fucking out of my ass. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get like a made for PS5 game. This would not run on a PS4 with the loading and jumping from place to place to place, and they're really playing around with that. If anything, this does look like a full ass game. I'm really kind of surprised by that. This looks like a fully fleshed out, thought out game. But at the very least, I always kind of viewed this game as like a kind of a showcase of what that fast processing can do on the PS5. But they're definitely showing it's more than that. It's definitely more than that. So really excited for that. As for the other stuff in the presentation, Among Us coming to PlayStation, I'm surprised it's taken this long. It's expected. It's welcome. Awesome. I think the Ratchet and Clank costume is dope. Yeah. I would like to see more PlayStation-centric stuff on the PlayStation version, and maybe do some stuff like that on the other things that it's on. I'm sure it's on everything at this point now.
Yes.
On Xbox?
Yes, it's on everything now.
Yeah. They took their fucking time. It really took them a long time to make that outfit. And then Subnautica, like I said before, I've played it. It's not. I don't know if it's not my cup of tea or not. I just, at the time when I played it, was not feeling it. I'd be willing to come back and try it out again. But it's cool to see that it's getting like a whole ass new, I guess, expansion, or is this a sequel? I guess I didn't hear what they said on that regard.
I think it's a new game.
Yeah, possibly because it's
an expansion.
Oh well, you better check
that's
that.
kind of what I thought too, because they were also referring to the original one and having a free upgrade and stuff like that. So, very cool to see though. Everyone I've talked to who's played Subnautica has loved it.
Yeah,
people really like that fucking game. Everybody has told me if I only played it for like 2 hours, I should play it more because the game gets a lot more interesting. So I can respect that. I will most likely at some point return to it, or at the very least maybe play this one. But it's cool to see like a change of pace in the visuals too, the Arctic stuff. We've seen stuff on it before, but being reminded that it's coming out is exciting. But yeah, pretty much this whole showcase is Ratchet and Clank, and it's looking really good. I will be picking this up when it comes out. I am excited to play it. Would be cool to see co-op. Yeah, Yeah, presentation was quick and to the point. Kind of wish there was other things in the presentation, but this was, like you said, this was a Ratchet and Clank video that they kind of disguised this as something that might have a little more variety. And I'm definitely not upset. The 22 minutes of this video went by very quick. So, yeah, stoked and good presentation to the point. PlayStation's really good about doing that. So, anything else you guys want to add?
No, I mean, it just solidified. I was going to buy this game anyways because I do like the series. I'm not always like in love with every title, but they're fun enough usually.
Yeah, I remember with the trilogy, you had a preference on one of them over the other ones.
3 was the best one.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not just like, I love them all.
Yeah. And then when they did the reboot, they just did a really good job with that, and it was a really nice way to be able to like start over for them too. So that's great. Just like this game is a great opportunity for them to be kind of experimental because. If it doesn't work out for them, they can just be like, well, that was in a different dimension. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. No, I'm excited. I mostly as well, sadly, to have just another like PS5 only game to play on my console and to get to witness that kind of graphics. Because even in the PC space, there's just not a lot of like big ray tracing games yet. So.
For sure,
but
yeah,
the library is so small.
I kind of feel like I should do a reaction video to this, but I've been doing a lot of those lately. Fucking Metro Exodus's new enhanced mode is crazy looking, and that game already came out with ray tracing. They're updating the ray tracing by a shitload, and I think that's gonna be a free upgrade for PC.
That driver that popped up before we started recording for NVIDIA is drivers specifically for Metro. So
sick. I need to download that ASAP. I agree, though. Now that the consoles essentially have caught up with ray tracing, that they can do it, you're going to see more and more ray tracing in games. Also curious to see, once this game comes out and Returnal just came out, if we can bump up that official PS5 exclusive number to 2. Maybe we can move that up just 1.
1.5.
Yeah. Finally, we have 1.5 games.
I'm excited to see what Returnal looks like.
Yeah. Did you see that Sony came out and said that they're going to push for like more exclusives and more companies working for exclusives or working to make exclusives than ever before?
Just going for a throat, huh?
Yeah. They're finally coming out and saying a lot of really competitive and aggressive things. So we'll be really curious to see what they do. Anything else you guys want to add?
Nope. It was a cool video. Nope. I'm glad they showed off a lot. So.
Yeah, they showed off a lot. This is what I need to see. Just straight up gameplay. We saw it. Looks awesome. Ready to pick it up. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this state of play. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. What do you think about Subnautica? What's the sub part of that? I don't remember. Are you excited for that? Educate me on it, please. And Among Us, are you excited to play that on PS4, PS5, and get that Ratchet and Clank outfit? And what was your favorite part of this video? And let us know everything you're thinking about in the comments below. That's gonna do it for this episode, though. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check out Game of the Month and Plus Club. Those both just came out, so check those out. We have Discord, link down below. Talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. And we have a Patreon if you'd like to support this channel further than liking, commenting, and sharing this video. And subscribing if you're brand new, and also streams linked down below as well if you'd like to watch us play games in front of you for entertainment purposes. My name's Seth, and thank you, Chevy and Chris, for joining me. And check out Game of the Month. That's out right now. Go watch it right now. After you're done with this, if you haven't watched it, watch it a second time. Until the next episode, talk to you later.